Listen, I couldn't care less if you call this stuffing or dressing. One thing I know for sure is if this recipe is on your holiday dinner table, your guests are gonna leave happy. Meet me in the kitchen, let's make it happen. All right guys, today we're making seafood stuffing or dressing. Let me know in the comments what you call it, but we're getting the party started with the Cajun Trinity, which is comprised of celery, bell pepper, and onion. We're just gonna dice this up nice and fine. And it's gonna add a lot of flavor to your dressing. I'm using a blend of cornbread and traditional, stale bread or breadcrumbs. About a 50-50 split. This is one of my favorite holiday recipes right here. Honestly, I only really eat dressing around this time of year. And every year I wonder why I don't eat it more often because I enjoy it so much. Just a nice rough dice on all of your veggies, your bell pepper and your onion. We're gonna use half of a red, half of a green, mostly for the color contrast. Always think about the presentation. Remember, you eat with your eyes first, guys. Next, we're gonna go ahead and melt 1 stick of butter in our large skillet here. To that, we're gonna add our Cajun Trinity. It's the holidays, guys. Everything has a stick of butter in it. So don't trip about that. We're gonna put our heat on medium and just start to soften those veggies. We want them to get nice and tender, at which point we'll add our lobster base, which is gonna add incredible seafood flavor to this dish. And then we'll start to add in our scallops and our shrimp. Feel free to substitute this with whatever seafood you like. You use lobster, crawfish, anything like that. Today we're using scallops, shrimp, and crab meat. So once the veggies sweat down a bit, I'm going in with a tablespoon of garlic and about 2 teaspoons of this lobster base. Again, incredible concentrated seafood flavor. Does have quite a bit of sodium in it though, guys, so just monitor the rest of the seasoning that you're using throughout the dish. They also have low sodium versions of it at the store too. So whatever you choose to do, just taste as you go, adjust the flavor to your preference. Already it's smelling amazing in here. Next up, we're going in with some Lemon Bae seasoning and some Old Bay. You can use Cajun seasoning for this too. Anything that goes good with seafood, it's fair game. All right, so next up we're going in with 1 pound of medium-sized shrimp, 1 pound of Bay Scallops. We're gonna add some more seasoning to that. Seafood's pretty delicate though, so you don't have to go too crazy. And then we're just gonna cook that a bit, and then add in our chicken, veggie, or seafood broth. Quick reminder, guys, that all the specific measurements and ingredients for this recipe can be found in the description box below, so make sure you check that out. We're gonna add the crab at the very end because that's already cooked. No need to overcook that too much. It's already going in the oven. It's gonna be a bit overcooked no matter what you do, but it's gonna be delicious. So now that all those flavors are coming together, we got all the seafood in there, the lump crab, the Bay Scallops, the shrimp, the Cajun Trinity. Now it's time to go ahead and add in our cornbread, a little bit at a time, folding it in, and then we're gonna mix in 4 cups of broth as well. Then that's gonna go in the oven at 350 degrees for about 30 minutes. So you want to cool this down a little bit. We killed the heat a few minutes ago. We added all of our broth, all the other components. We're going to add 1 egg. Before you add the egg, it's important to taste it. Make sure that the flavor is right where you want it, because technically you don't want to taste it once the egg is in there because it's going to be raw. But the egg is going to really bind this together, hold it together, give it that, authentic dressing look and texture. And then again, this is going in the oven at 350. Once I put it in the casserole dish, I like to make ridges. That's gonna help make sure that the top is nice and crispy. And we'll get that in the oven, uncovered, for about 30 minutes. And this is the part where I say, brace yourself for a trademark money shot. Say it with me, guys. Looking good. The only thing left to do is dig in here for the taste test. But before we do that, please take a quick second to subscribe to the channel. Make sure you hit that bell to enable notifications as well. All right, people, it is seafood dressing or stuffing time. Got to get in here. You got the crispy edges. We got crab, shrimp. Man, as long as your guests don't got a seafood allergy, this needs to be on the table.